things that plague a lot of the African American community, and even dealing with certain aspects of the ATRs, dealing with hoodoo or you know Palamayombe, Candomblé, like 10 years. The problem that I had coming up was always the way that my mind works, and I never been the one to really just talk about the problems that I had, and it cost me a very big downfall. And what I want to relate to y'all is when it comes to these spiritual practices, yes, they help. Yes, they can get you to a life, but as I've seen with a lot of prestige, some people have really taken their practices and succeeded so abundantly, and I love that. But one thing that always caught me when it comes to learning how, oh, it's wind outside today, just to give y'all a brujo blog. But lately, dealing with that, I suffered with depression for like, I want to say close to 3 to 4 years, and it hasn't always been easy, but at the cost of being a spiritualist. The thing is, with me, I've always regarded some of the things that I've done as like, you got to be serious about her. But honestly, usually some of the things that I kind of had to recalibrate my head was like, what is my success like? And some of the failures, I wouldn't even say failures, learning lessons that I've learned to gain over the years, even with the experiences. One thing that always caught me when it comes to certain energy downloads, like there's a serious gateway that's today or yesterday. And I kind of noticed myself just getting very, very dark. And coming from a place of when it comes to like a career change or even during a pivot, I've always been at a low point when it comes to that. And I was trying to learn how to get out of it, mainly through other people. And I want to relate it, y'all, as a brujo tip. Bruja tip, whatever. Just make sure that you have your spirits aligned and you know when to go to them. And your prayers, they should be top notch, no problem. But usually the biggest thing with depression and mental health, because I kind of know that, I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety in, I think it was in September of 2021. And hey, out to the chat, just a real blog. My day is going good, by the way, but just kind of relaying my message. But it's really windy out here. I think it's supposed to snow, but it feels good out here, and that's why I kind of wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about my depression and kind of how to, rely through trusting other people I had in my life and learning how to let go of them, and even some that I didn't want to let go of. And oh, child, these locks are given. But as I've noticed within my spiritual practice, there was always a low point when it come to cancer season. And I didn't know where it came from. I never could identify, even with some of my phobias dealing with cancer season, storms, hurricanes, because again, you guys, I stay in Louisiana. And I didn't know why I would always feel these ways, like depressed, low mold, not really wanting to do anything. Like y'all, it got to the point to where I didn't even light a candle in my ancestor altar for like a week. I did a week without my ancestor. Like it was, but but the thing is, You have to stay fully enamored with who you are. As I always tell people, you gotta love yourself a little bit more harder each and every day. And as we're getting, y'all, we're under a whole recession. And the thing is, providing certain spiritual aspects and even me with certain spiritual services. Yeah, it'll get to you when it comes to a low point. And the thing is, it's like certain days it'll be like it's going good, certain days it goes bad. But for me, woo, and even with being, I've been in this thing for like 10 years now. 10 years. I haven't seen the worst, but I always seen the best. But there was some things in my life as a spiritualist, as I've seen over the years, that it can get real out here. It really can. How did you hear me? Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for popping in the chat. I'm just giving y'all a brujo blog. But I wasn't always confident in my practice. And again, learning to do new things and learning certain spiritual concepts to aid within the things that I know, it came at a low point because it's like, okay, what do I do with this? How do I deal with this? And the thing is, yeah, I have a habit of messing with my locks. I love it. But when it comes to how do you get to another place of you got to shift a pivot, sometimes. How do you get to a place of where you once were emotionally, physically, mentally, and even spiritually sometimes? It's just, it take it a, a lot of people talk about the dark night of the soul. And I don't think most people really get the depth of how dark it can get. Especially, and I kind of want to add a little bit of your astrological charts to that too. It would be helpful to know exactly where your chart lies within planets. So I'll give you an example. Mine, I do have a Chiron aspect with my South Node and Jupiter and Leo in the seventh house of Leo in Jupiter. Now the seventh house and Cancer, I have a lot of I have a past life thing with that. Um and can get a little hard within that Cancer placement. So that's where I usually feel it the most. Like a little bit of depression and a little bit of the past life thing. Like, what the hell was I doing in my past life for me to reach this point? And it's usually like a opposition force. Usually, like I can identify one, like my car broke down. I got depressed about that. It really wasn't even an important aspect, but it was just something that had to be let go of. And the sheddings of the energies come along with that, with dark night of the souls, with depression, or just being aware of your mental health. Having someone to talk to you, it kind of gets, that would be a helpful point when it comes to mental health, talking to somebody. And that was something that I never really did. I never really liked to talk about problems. And when it came to the things that I was going through, like, okay, why are you going through this? Or do you feel comfortable talking about it? I never did. And it kind of had me I had some regrets for that, not speaking about some of the things that was bothering me or some of the things that I thought that just I needed to get out. And I do want to relay that, y'all, just from now on, if you're on my page. I do spiritual venting sessions. I never really talked about it, but here's the reason why. Is because we all go through things, but I've learned sometimes even, I wish I had my medallion, but I just got on my jade necklace. But as a, crystal, um, what am I playing? It's cool out here today, y'all. It's windy. I kind of like it like that. Not somber, not just a little bit more relaxing. And I haven't really been doing no. I kind of fell off the bandwagon with my cards. it was just I got to a low point again, and that comes with the depression. I'm kind of I whoops and kicks depression and anxiety's ass. Now, how that quote came about? Usually, I'm the type when it comes to thunderstorms and when it comes to hurricanes, because we are in hurricane season in Louisiana. The thing is, what kind of helps me the most is, like I say, mantras, meditation, and even speaking to my close friends because they know. But right now, what I'm doing, personally, is just kind of identifying where those triggers lay and understanding why I have such a fear when it comes to thunderstorms, hurricanes, even bad weather. Bad weather will get me to a point where I will not come outside. Yeah. And it just comes along with the territory. Hey to y'all you know, that's in the chat. Feel free to comment. um, but I will tell y'all this, it is cancer season. Shout out to all the cancers. Happy birthday to all y'all. Um, get in the habit as a spirit, brujo tip, whatever. Get into the habit of getting to mirrors, work your mirror magic. If you're not privy to it, I can kind of give a video to y'all and kind of work with that more promptly. Cleansing and charging them, maybe that'll be the next video. Who knows? So I think I'll talk a little bit more about mirror magic on here. That way you guys can get the feel of it because it can and it will. So gear up for that. Um, but that's what kind of helps me get throughout the day or getting through times that when I'm feeling low, as I did feel low, like maybe like a week or two ago. It's been intense, but I'm getting out of it. I'm getting out of my shell, and the best ways to get out of it is just to talk about it. So, if anyone feels the need to come to me for spiritual services when it comes to getting those low points, I am a mental health counselor. I am accredited. Um, I do have a guideline and a way that I do my spiritual counseling. So you can always email me. We can talk about it through there and then set up an appointment. That way I can kind of help you. But how to get out of your low points? Like I said, talk to them. Get into mirror magic, spiritual counseling wise. Mantras, even aiding that into your spell work or getting to a point to where you can kind of find that cancer energy somewhere like finding a planetary magic like or planetary hours, just kind of aligning yourself with the hour of the moon and, you know, journal prompting, meditation when it comes to that hour. Even on Monday are revered to the energies of the Maya, Mami Wata, Mariagua, Saint Mary, motherhood type energies. And they always help. So usually when I kind of feel like that, I usually be hearing my Francisca. That's another story for another day. But shout out to my Lama Dama. La Carmina Mama Aya does not play. I think y'all seen a picture of her. And if I haven't uploaded one, I think I'll use it as a thumbnail here. But if you don't know who Lama Dama is, Lama Dama is a group of ancestral Congo mothers or the big mamas that worked in the plantations, that worked in the fields, but had everything together when it comes to the family unit. And she has been a part of my life. Y'all, the energy and the love and just the comfort, the protection, the wisdom, the knowledge, and the growth that she can bestow upon you is just tenfold. So I would kind of give y'all a little tip on that. Like if you don't have a Lama Dama spirit, now hey, you may have to investigate in that with a reading. I don't know, but if you do, her representation, if y'all are not, up to it, she's the ancestral mother, so her colors are blue and white, and when she comes down, it's like a force, and you know there's Big Mama coming through, and she will always tell you what's good for you. Now, if it ain't good for you, she gonna tell you that too. But always give you encouragement. She'll love upon you like no other spirit has. But um, personal story actually. um, I come from. I happen to come from I wouldn't say a broken aspect of the mother womb, but a broken childhood. And again, as a Reiki master, it is always good to kind of pay attention to your little chakras when it comes to having broken motherhood wounds, father wounds, that all that. But the good thing about it is she helps with that, with healing as well. And she's coming to a point in my life where whenever I need my mama, and she actually lives with me, we have our days so where we don't really get along. And I go to her. I sure do. Go to her. Or if I don't, I hear her. Her song usually comes through. And that's how you know when her energy is around you. It's just like, hey, like, what's wrong? So, although Papa has a bad habit of ignoring me, hold on, it's a car coming. Or a bus, actually. Trash people. How convenient. But anyway, I'll wrap this up. But when she comes through, you you will know when it's time to get to it, when it's like something needs to be taken away. She will do that because again, she was the big mama of the clan or the fields and the plantations. So if you don't work with her, I would advise you to, but just kind of take your time and develop a relationship with her because she will know exactly what to do when it comes to you going to her about an issue. So, um, and it's always good to know when it's time to let loose on certain things you have to say. Now my problem when it comes to some of the things that I regarded in my depression was not saying how I felt. I wasn't. And that gave me a very big chokehold. I was like, Papa Child, we need to do something. Because no, 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 no. Okay. So just a little bit of encouragement. If anyone is going through anything, I advise y'all to come to me, baby. Don't feel ashamed to come to me for spiritual services. Spirit is of God, goddess, the ancestors. If you don't know what the hell it is, no problem. But seeking a higher source, seeking something bigger than who you are, can always aid you, even if you just work with archangels, that's fine. But seeking a higher source to get you out of those dumpy moments or those low vibe energies, it's always good to just seek into prayer. I'm a big person when it comes to prayer. Some of my most powerful lessons came out of prayer, out of spell work, out of ritual, and it's gotten me to a point to where yeah they'll come and but knowing not to wallow in. Uh, one of my one of my biggest spiritual warriors, my ancestor, my heart, my love, my soul, my uncle, my late uncle. He'd always tell me this, and I'm gonna leave this week out. Yeah, it's cool to go through shit. Yeah, it's cool to go through pain. But my babies, don't wallow in it. Okay? This has been your boy Papa King giving y'all another little brujo tip, little insight. Hopefully y'all day is going well, going blessed, and all right. See y'all next video. Peace.